Hi, this is Denise Richards with my accountability project report for B321. So I started off creating some goals about who I want to be. I will strive to be a person who prioritizes family above my own desires, serves others willingly because I love the Lord, judges less and loves more, talks less about people and more to people, is a lifetime learner, recognizes that cleanliness is next to godliness, reads more books than watches TV, treats my body like a temple, staying in shape and eating right, is not afraid to try something new, is not afraid to admit wrongdoing, and forgives others as well, sets an example for my daughters on how to live and love life, loves my husband and makes him feel glad to be married to me, stays in touch with old friends and makes new friends a priority, points out the good in others, complimenting more easily, keeps my commitment to God and to others, is an example of the believers in word and conversation and spirit and faith and purity, and gives it her best shot every time. That's the person that I set out to be. And this accountability project has helped me become a little bit closer to what I want to be. So, some of the goals that I set were including others in my prayers, taking a multivitamin, going to bed by 11, reaching out, refraining from yelling, checking in with my partners, practicing the piano, writing in a journal, calling my parents more, learning new things like about investing money, making my life easier by making a meal in advance, running more than I already had been, and reaching out to new friends that I rarely communicated with. Those are the things I did on a daily and weekly basis. And on a monthly basis, I tried to do my visiting teaching, feed the missionaries, and make my home a little bit holier by making it cleaner and getting rid of things that we didn't need. So those were the things that I set out to do. And I think I did pretty well. I think only one day did I have a no, and that was going to bed by 11 o'clock. That was a harder goal for me to keep, and not my favorite thing, but very good for me and my husband as he started going to bed earlier too. That helped us a little bit. So I had some consequences that I thought were hard for me, but maybe not hard for everybody. If I had an unexcused no, I would either take a treat and a note to a neighbor that I didn't know very well and trying to engage them in conversation. And this might not seem like a big thing to most people, but my neighborhood feels very closed off. I've tried to take things around to my neighbors many times and have always gotten kind of a cold reception. So it's not my favorite thing to do. And that's why I made it one of my consequences. Option two, also not my favorite thing to do my kids' chores for the day. So those were the things that I made my consequences. And the option that I chose when I went to bed late was to do all of my kids' chores for a day, which isn't a huge deal, but I want them to learn that. So that's where I went with that. As far as my effort and the effects of it, I feel like I really stretched myself. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give myself like a 9.75. I really put a lot of effort into this accountability project. I tried to tell others about it. I feel like it's such an interesting concept and so worthwhile. I really, really enjoyed doing it. So I became more the person that I wanted to be by making myself do the things that I always tell myself that I'm going to do, like take a vitamin or practice the piano, but that I never actually made time to do until I made it a priority and a goal. It improved my family life because, I stopped yelling at my kids. They noticed. It was super interesting that way. And I didn't want to do the consequences, so it really pushed me forward to meet every goal. My favorite goal ended up being practicing the piano, which was a big surprise to me. I am better than when I started, so having something that I could really track and see my improvement was really nice for me. I'm not a great pianist by any means. I'm kind of self-taught as it is, but I'm learning to play the hymns, and it's going pretty well. My least favorite goal was making freezer dinners. I hate doing it, but this semester turned out being super busy. And so I'm super glad that I made myself do it because I turned to the freezer many times during the semester because I knew when I made the goals that that would be something that would improve my life and the life of our family. Even though I don't like doing it, having that accountability for it really made me push forward and get it done, and it really helped me out. going forward, I have learned that I can trust myself and that I can make and keep goals and do hard things. This has improved my life, my family's life. It hasn't always been the easiest. It's hard when you go to bed at 10:50 and your eyes fly open because you remember you haven't taken your multivitamin and your husband thinks you're crazy because you're running around taking vitamins to get in bed by 11 o'clock. But I would say I put a lot of effort into this. I felt accountable and I felt good about myself. It improved my confidence that, I really can make and keep goals. So I enjoy the accountability project immensely. I'm grateful for the opportunity, and I hope you've enjoyed my report. Thanks.